Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss lesson 3, The Selfish Giant, from your supplementary reader named It So Happened. The giant's garden was beautiful. It means there was a giant and he had a very beautiful garden, and children loved to play in it. The giant who was selfish means selfish is a very bad thing. The giant built a high wall round his lovely garden. Children did not enter the garden thereafter, nor did spring and summer, till the giant experienced a change of heart. Now, the explanation of these points. Every afternoon, as they were coming from school, means children were coming from school, the children used to go and play in giant's garden. It was a large, lovely garden with soft green grass. Here and there, over the grass, stood beautiful flowers like stars, and there were 12 peach trees. Peach is a kind of fruit tree that in the springtime broke out into delicate blossoms, means flowers of pink and pearl. And in the autumn bore rich fruit. The birds sat on the trees and sang so sweetly that the children used to stop their games in order to listen to them. How happy we are here, they cried to each other, means children told among themselves that they are very happy. One day the giant came back. He had been to visit his friend, the Cornish ogre. Means giant had gone to his friend Cornish ogre. It means the giant was not there or at his place. So he returned back from his friend Cornish ogre and had stayed with him for 7 years. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. What are you doing here? He cried in a very gruff voice. Gruff is very rough voice, surly voice, and the children ran away. My own garden is my own garden, said the giant. Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself. So he built a high wall all round it and put up a notice board. Trespassers means those who enter somebody's land or property without his or her permission. They are called trespassers. The meaning of trespassers has been written below of this page. Will be prosecuted Prosecuted means tried in a court of law. Here, punished means trespassers will be prosecuted, means will be punished. He was a very selfish giant, means he was a very bad giant. The poor children had now nowhere to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it. They used to wander round the high walls when their lessons were over and talk about the beautiful garden inside. How happy we were there, means how happy we were in the garden, they said to each other. Then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms, flowers, and little birds. Only in the garden of selfish giant it was still winter. You know, spring comes after winter. The birds did not care to sing in it, as there were no children, and the trees forgot to blossom. Once a beautiful flower put its head out from the grass, but when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children that it slipped back into the ground again and went off to sleep. The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost. Dear children, in this lesson, winter, spring, snow, or frost have been taken as characters, as if they were human beings. So, see again, the only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost. Frost are small atoms of snow. Spring has forgotten this garden. They cried, so we will live here all the year round. The snow covered up the grass with her great white cloak. Cloak is upper cover, and the frost painted all the trees silver, silver for color, white color. Then they invited the north wind, means frost, winter, snow, invited north wind to stay with them. And he came. He was wrapped in furs, and he rode all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down. This is a delightful spot, he said. We must ask Hell on a visit. Hell is snow pieces falling from the sky. So he suggested to invite Hell on a visit. So the Hell came every day for 3 hours. He rattled on the roof of the castle till he broke most of the slates, and then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey, and his breath was like ice. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant. As he sat at the window and looked out at his cold white garden, I hope there will be a change in the weather. But the spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but to the giant's garden she gave none. He is too selfish. Who is he? He is the giant. She said. So it was always winter there, and the north wind, and the hail, and the frost, and the snow danced about through the trees. One morning, the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears that he thought it must be the king's musicians passing by. It was really only a little linnet. Linnet is a songbird singing outside his window. But it was so long since he had heard a bird singing in his garden that it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. Then the hail stopped dancing over his head, and the north wind ceased roaring, stopped roaring, and a delicious perfume, a sweet scent came to him. Perfume is scent, delicious is sweet, came to him through the open casement. Casement is a window that opens on hinges like a door. I believe the spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of bed and looked out. Dear children, there are some questions for comprehension check. Why is the giant called selfish? Can you tell? The giant is called selfish because he thought only about himself. He did not allow children to play in his garden. Do you remember he had once the giant had told that my own garden is my own garden, and he did not allow children to play in his garden. Question number 2. On the occasion, the children said, "How happy we are here." Later they said, "How happy we were there." What are they referring to in both the cases? In both the cases, the children are referring to the giant's garden. Okay. Question number 3, part 1. When spring came, it was still winter in the garden. What does winter stand for or indicate here? Winter stands for extreme cold. There were no flowers and birds in the garden. Part 2 of question number 3. Winter has been presented like a story with its own characters and their activities. Describe the story in your own words. Winter has been presented in various characters. It has snow, frost, north wind, and hail. The snow covered up the grass, the frost painted the trees silver, the north wind roared all day, the hail rattled on the roof. Okay. Question number 4. Was the giant happy or sad? over the state of the garden. The giant was sad over the state of his garden because no spring, no flowers, no birds came in his garden. Okay, question number 5. What effect did the linnet's song have over hell and the north wind? When the linnet started to sing her song, the hell stopped dancing and the north wind stopped roaring, you can say. Part 2 of this lesson is there. To celebrate the return of the children, trees covered themselves with buds and blossoms. The giant was delighted to see his friends back, especially a little boy whom he loved dearly. The little boy soon disappeared only to return much later. He saw a most wonderful sight, means the giant saw a most wonderful sight. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in. The children had come secretly in his garden, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child, and the trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving, means moving their arms gently. Above the children's heads, the birds were flying about and twittering with delight, means chirping with delight, and the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. It was a lovely scene. Only in one corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and in it was standing a little boy. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. The poor tree was still covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring above it. Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as, but the boy was too tiny, too small, and the giant's heart melted as he looked out. Dear children, you can say this was a change of heart of the giant. So, first time his heart melted. How selfish I have been, the giant told. He said, now I know why the spring would not come here. I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down, means pull down, the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. This was a change of heart of giant. Okay. He was really very sorry for what he had done. What had he done? He had made a wall to stop the children to play in his garden. Now giant has changed themselves. himself. So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened, fearful, that they all ran away. And the garden became winter again. Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming. And the giant stole up behind him. Stole up means came quietly without being noticed behind him and took him gently in his hands and put him up into the tree. And the tree broke at once into blossom, and the birds came and sang on it. And the little boy stretched out his two arms. Stretch means extended out his two arms and flung threw them around the giant's neck and kissed him. And the little children, when they saw that the giant was not weak any longer, came running back. And with them came the spring. It is your garden now, little children, said the giant. And he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. And when the people were going to market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. Means spring had come in his garden with children. All day long they played, and in the evening they came to the giant to bid him goodbye. But where is your little companion? He said. The boy I put into the tree. The giant loved him the best because he had kissed him. We don't know, answered the children. He has gone away. You must tell him to be sure and come tomorrow, said the giant. But the children said that they did not know where he lived and had never seen him before, and the giant felt very sad for the little child. Every afternoon, when school was over, the children came and played with the giant, but the little boy whom the giant loved was never seen again. The giant was very kind to all the children, yet he longed for, means wished greatly, his little friend and often spoke of him. How I would like to see him, he used to say. Years went by, and the giant grew very old and feeble. Feeble means weak, kamjor. He could not play about anymore. So he sat in a huge armchair, you can see in the picture, and watched the children at their games and admired his garden. I have many beautiful flowers, he said, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. One winter morning, he looked out of his window as he was dressing. He did not hate the winter now, for he knew that it was merely the spring asleep and that the flowers were resting. Suddenly, he rubbed his eyes in wonder and looked and looked. It certainly was a marvelous sight. In the farthest corner of the garden was a tree quite covered with lovely white blossoms. Its branches were golden and silver fruit hung down from them, and underneath it, means below it, stood the little boy he had loved. Downstairs ran the giant in great joy, and out into the garden he hastened, means hurried, across the grass, and came near to the child. And when he came quite close, his face grew red with anger, and he said, "Who hath dared to wound thee?" Thee means you. Hath means had. Who had dared to wound you? Thee means you. For on the palms of the child's hands were the prints of two nails, and the prints of two nails were on the little feet. "Who hath dared to wound thee?" cried the giant. "Tell me, that I may take my big sword and slay him, kill him." "Nay, no," answered the child, "but these are the wounds of love." "Who art you?" means, "Who are you?" said the giant, and a strange awe, fear, fell on him, and he knelt before the child, little child. Can you tell, dear children, who was the child? Is that child Jesus Christ? Think over this. And the child smiled on the giant and said to him, "You let me play once in your garden. Today you will shall come with me to my garden, which is paradise, heaven." And when the children ran in that afternoon, they found the giant lying dead under the tree, all covered with white blossoms. Now the questions are there. Part 1 of question number 1. The giant saw a most wonderful sight. What did he see? He saw that children were sitting in the branches. The tree had blossoms, the birds were singing, and flowers were laughing. Part 2 of question number 1. What did he realize on seeing it? The giant realized that he was selfish. He knew that why there was always winter in his garden. Question number 2. Why was it still winter in one corner of the garden? It was still winter in one corner of the garden because a little boy could not touch the branches in that corner. 3. Question number 3. Describe the first meeting of the little boy and the giant. In the first meeting, the little boy did not run away after seeing the giant. The giant put the boy into the tree. The tree broke into blossoms. The birds came and sang. The boy kissed the giant. Question number 4. Describe their second meeting after a long interval. The giant felt very sad when he saw the wounded boy in his second meeting. But the boy said that his wounds were the wounds of love. Question 5. The giant lay dead, all covered with white blossoms. What does this sentence indicate about the one selfish giant? The giant lay dead, all covered with white blossoms. This indicates the grand death of the giant. white colors of the blossoms were symbol of peace. So dear children, listen this video again and again, read this lesson again and again, so that you may understand this lesson very well. Thank you.